What's up, guys, and welcome back to another video. Today I wanted to talk about the Golden Chocobo race. You know, I found this great website. Someone happened, I think it was on Reddit or Facebook, and they posted, "Oh, I'm actually tracking." Sorry, I'm sick. The Golden Chocobos, and I think this is a great insight into kind of where we're at, how many have been found so far, and it really, in my opinion, dictates the value of the collector boxes, which is important. I mean, because these cards are, depending on what you pull, 40,000 to 100K plus cards. So I guess the individual took upon himself to create this website, and it's really helpful. Because besides this, I can't really find anything that's tracking the Chocobos. It has been updated recently. I think yesterday it was updated with one. So do I would say the 27th accurate, unless obviously one or two lingers are out there. Um, we would definitely know if 7 was pulled. We definitely would know if 77 was pulled. Um, so this is just a great tool to see where we're at in total in terms of golden chocobos pulled, which I'm surprised that we're only at 31% so far, and none of the big hitters haven't been pulled yet. So we're still, I think 69 was pulled. Yeah, 69 was pulled. One was pulled. So the real grails, I guess we would have, would be 7 and 77 still haven't been found, and those will probably be the biggest ones besides number one. Because I think M Central, because this is great too. You can click the source. I'm not on Instagram. They bought it. I don't know how much they bought it for. Obviously, it was a private sale, so we'll have to see how much that sells for. I'm surprised they bought it for like 70 grand or something, something insane. And then we have 69, which I don't know if this will show the sale or if there was a sale. I think it says Facebook. So that would probably sell for an insane amount. Because at the end of the day, I mean, the collector boxes are sitting around like 1,200 right now, which I guess it's kind of expensive. At the same time, it's also a terrible deal because you can't buy a collector box in hopes of getting, in my opinion, in hopes of getting like a golden chocobo or even any of the chocobos, honestly, because they're probably searched. Like if I opened a case and I pulled a chocobo, let's say a black chocobo, um, they'll probably sell the rest of the cards or the rest of the collector box because I mean I don't know the odds, but the odds of having a black chocobo and a golden chocobo kind of in the same box would be insane. So in my opinion, I don't like the collector booster boxes. I think buying cases is the safest way to go. In terms of you want to pull something valuable. But yeah, I mean we're at so this was recent sales was 40K, and this is I can't even well if I just close this. This is 41, so that's 40K. So you can probably expect around that price range, easy for one of these. And then going onto eBay, this is the only recent sale you have. Um, it says 40K, but it doesn't show here. It says best offer accepted, so maybe it was 40K and was confirmed elsewhere. Let's click it and see what it shows. Oh, well, it just shows a picture. And that's the only sale we have on eBay. I'm obviously I think there's some private sales going around. If I pulled 7 or 77, I don't think I'd post it. I don't know. I definitely DMing people across Instagram, Facebook to see if they want to buy it. Just it's the safest option, obviously. Or get it graded immediately. Work with I don't know golden auctions or something like that in order to sell it. But we currently have 3 listed, so we have 27 of 77, which is listed for, so essentially all of them are listed for 80K and above, which is insane. Um, and this is not even sleeved. I don't know. It just seems kind of crazy to be just selling that raw like that, and not in something like more secure like this guy. Well, these are graded. He got this melee graded with tag, and it's kind of crazy. Both of these are nines. Let me see, because I wouldn't be surprised if, because I don't think there's a 10 yet. Not that I've seen of any tag, uh, CGC, Beckett, PSA, and I saw a comment. It was like, yeah, they're definitely doing this on purpose. Because yeah, I would say they probably are purposely not giving them tens, um, just because of what the card is. I'd have to see the back of this card, but I mean, it's unless there's slight. What does it say? A surface of 9. How do you? Okay, edge is 9.5. Yeah, I mean, I would say this is just not getting a 10 strictly because it's what it is. Um, and they're probably like 10 times harder to grade now. Um, or they give their grading scale for these is probably a lot higher. Um, so I think submitting these, you'll definitely get probably like most likely if you did get one. I don't know. No one watching this probably pulled one. So, but I definitely think these are pretty harder to get tens of. And if you did get a 10, it'd probably be a lot more valuable. So if if these were 10, I would think easily, obviously depending on the number two, you could probably sell it for that price. But just the fact that it's 9 really devalues it a little bit. And then just looking at the other chocobos too, it's kind of crazy, because I remember when I was looking, I was like, oh man, I was about to get one of the neon pink one. It was like $900, and that was like probably like 3 days after the set dropped. And I thought my big brain was thinking, oh, that's overvalued. Yeah, I was wrong, completely wrong. And now they're selling for 2K a pop, easy, which is kind of insane. Um, Same thing with the black chocobos. I saw them listed. I was like, two to 3K. That's overpriced. Nah, that's got to go down. Wrong, absolutely wrong. But that's luxury because if you do, I mean, you get one case, you got to just pull one of the chocobos to kind of get your money back. Um, because once you pull one of the chocobos, they're selling for like 1,800, and the rest of the other cards will obviously supplement the value of the box. But yeah, these are selling for 77K, 7,000. But you can see like okay, yeah, like it progressively 34, 35. This is probably 35. Then, well, I don't know. This is out of date. Let me do. This is by price. Ended recently. Yeah, so you got 35, 35, 35, and then something between June 16th and 17th, 45. Um, this is probably 55, 57, and then now here we are in the sevens. This is a pretty good deal. Let's see, it was a good deal. Probably maybe it's bad centering. It doesn't look bad. Yeah, but for 6,300, I mean, it's obviously expensive, but I guess it's a deal for what it's selling for now. Because now they're selling. Well, this is sold probably 65. So like, I would think you can probably expect to sell it for 6 grand plus. Um, so these are selling for 64. I mean, and obviously you sell on TCG. If you don't sell on TCG, it's a lot better than eBay for something like this because I think the max value they take out is $100. Plus like 3% for processing fees. So you'll only get 130 versus eBay. You're losing like anywhere from like 10 to 15%, especially if you promoted it. So these are actually reasonably they're going to be cheaper because you're making more of a profit. This card's pretty good. It looks a little off-centered. Yeah. So that wouldn't even get a 10, so I wouldn't buy that one. Because there was. Hold on. Because I remember when I checked, I saw one maybe it hasn't sold. That's probably why. Um, I could have swore I saw. Or, it might have been like the neons, the neon and the blue chocobos. They're selling for insane amount as PSA 10s. Yeah, so any PSAs are selling for crazy amounts. 9.5. This is I'll watch something like this just to see the price. I'm not on my eBay account. Like this will probably this I think this will easily sell for like 10K. Um, if it was a 10, 100% easy 10K because it could have sold. Yeah, there you go. You got one. That's 11. And that was June 19th. And the value only went up since then. So it's not the worst I mean, obviously, if you have the capital, just to buy a bunch of these and just try to get 10s. You get a PSA 10 on this. What is that? You buy it for 6, sell for 10. That's three, easy 2K. Um, obviously, that's if it's a PSA 10. But I'm thinking you could sell this for 10K because this is 11 days ago. Like I said, the price went up. So overall, I mean, with the chocobos and everything, these boxes are just insane value, in my opinion. But that's definitely something I'll touch on more, and I'll discuss more in a different video. I just wanted to talk about the golden chocobos, and I'll put this website in the description of my video too. It's pretty solid website. She's not as happy as she should be. That's 40 grand sitting in your hand. But I'm just kidding. Um, but yeah, Final Fantasy has good gone full blown mania, and I'm all for it. Honestly, I think Spider-Man will be not as big, but definitely big. Same thing with Avatar. So let's see what those serialized cards are, and let's keep it pushing. Thank you guys for tuning in. Remember to like, comment, subscribe. Oh, and I forgot to mention yet the giveaways are gonna start again. I should have at the beginning of the video, but I forgot. Um, once we start getting more, it's gonna be milestone based. So, um, 1,000 subscribers probably every 1,000 subscribers, and then once we hit 5,000, then it'll probably be different. I'll obviously fluctuate it, but I'm gonna put more in the description down below about the giveaway and how you can win, and what you can win. So thank you guys for tuning in. I'll see you in the next video.